You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
So I'm out here doing interviews on a topic known as epistemology. It's called Street Epistemology, and the deal is I like to ask people, what do you believe in, and how did you get there? How did you determine that this thing is true? And so I've talked to people about all types of things. It's whatever topic is important to you and that you're fairly convinced of. It could be a belief in a certain religion, a certain God, politics, paranormal, supernatural, something that is important to you and that you're fairly convinced of.
5 minutes?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I can do that. So, yeah, if you want to tape it, that's fine.
All right, what's your name again?
Patrick.
All right, Raul. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. So, I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
I was like originally agnostic, atheist, whatever you want to call it. But
Oh,
I just,
okay.
like, didn't believe in much
Uh-huh.
until, I don't know, I went to church a couple of times with my family, didn't really feel much, but then I went to Mass with my friend Ben and all of those Bible studies and stuff. And I don't know, just kind of like felt something.
Okay.
Like a sign or I don't know.
So you felt something.
Yeah, like it was just like a feeling, a calling. I don't know totally what it was, but like it just like was kind of a push to like do that. You know what I mean?
Would you say a good summary of your belief is maybe God exists? Is that a claim that you would agree with?
Yeah.
Can I ask you about
100%.
that specifically?
Like what do you want to ask?
Or just how you got there? Like, so why is that something that you believe in?
I don't know. It was just like it was like such a revelation, like from going from like no belief to belief. Then all of a sudden it just like hit me that like he's real, he's out there, and he's doing things.
So you said it just hit me that he's real?
Yeah, it was like I don't know, like I hadn't prayed for a while, and then like I finally prayed, and it just like there was a presence or like a feeling or like something that was just.
So
like,
for you, it has the reason you hold this belief has a lot to do with the feeling that you got at this period in time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know that the claim God exists is true?
I mean, people have been asking that for thousands of years now. I don't totally. I have like my own faith behind it, and it's like kind of a dumb cop out, but like you can either hedge your bets of like, well, if he's not real and you don't think he's real, then you just die. But if he's not real and you don't think he's real, then you kind of just like internal damnation. You know what I mean? So, and then like if you flip it, he's real and you got something from that, but like he's not actually real. Like if you think he is, but he's not, you at least have like that feeling. That
So it's sort of like insurance, so to speak.
Which is kind
what
of
if
a cop out, but like still, it's just like my view on it.
How certain would you say you are of this belief on a scale of 0 to 100? With 100%.
Definitely 100.
Okay, and so you said it's because it's sort of for you. It sort of acts like insurance.
Well, no, because like for me, it's 100 for me because of the feeling.
Okay,
but to your question
okay.
Of, like, how do I know?
How do you know it's true?
I only know for me personally.
Because of the feeling that you had.
Exactly.
Is it possible that your feelings are able to deceive you?
It's possible, but why think on that when I think on what I have? You know what I mean?
So so how would you, if you, let's say you were mistaken hypothetically, that this belief was wrong, how would you find that out? How would you put this belief to the test?
See, that's the thing. He's just like so much bigger than all of us that you really couldn't like put it to a test unless he like made a test to put it to.
Okay. And if a feeling could convince you that this belief is true, could a feeling convince you that it was false?
I guess. I mean, I'm sure like some people have different feelings about it, and to each their own. It's just for me personally.
Okay.
I think he's out there.
As the objective observer, let's say I have you standing here, and let's say I have this hypothetical person standing over here from some other religious faith, and they also give that same reason. How do I, as the objective observer, determine, if you're both appealing to feelings, determine which one is true?
Well, objectively, you could say they're both false, or you could say they're both true, but like So I guess objectively, you would have to kind of take it with a grain of salt of like, well, a feeling isn't like real. You know what I mean? It's just that own person's interpretation of what they thought happened to them.
Do you think feelings are the best way to determine whether or not a truth claim is actually true?
Religion-wise, if it floats your boat, it's for you. Like, if you want it to be true, like for me personally, I want it to be true, so it is true to me. But, like, if we're talking scientifically, obviously I would want, like, hard-based evidence.
So why is it when it comes to religion that you sort of switch methods?
Because I guess with religion, it's not like you can really define it. Because every religion is something that's higher than you or the world around you. So in the world around you, you can define it by like the laws that dictate the world. But for religion and for like supernatural entities, they're not natural. So you can't really define them through like a natural lens.
If you were wrong about this belief, is this something that you would want to know?
I would want to know personally, just
Okay.
to see like if I was right or if I was wrong, and then where I would go from there. But the fact of the matter is, I just believe in it, so I think it's right.
Is there any belief, any conceivable belief that can't be held onto via feelings?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Maybe. I mean, any belief isn't like a physical thing. It's always like mental, abstract, so it can't like be defined by something.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that a religious claim could be objectively verified or disconfirmed at all? Or do all religious claims fall into the category of, hey, who knows? Or is there a way to, like, for instance, are there any religions that you disagree with that you think are actually false?
I think everyone is entitled to their own interpretation of
Yeah, I totally agree. But
So-
do you think that they're false?
I think mine is more right than everyone else's.
How
I'm not
how
saying
did
they're
you
wrong,
determine that?
Just because of my own personal beliefs.
Okay.
I know that's not the answer you want.
No, it's not.
That's
No, don't. What I want is irrelevant.
Yeah.
What I'm more concerned with is whatever method you're using to determine your belief, is it reliable? And so, like, I see the fact that somebody can use feelings to believe what you believe in, but then I can have like a half dozen other people over here who give the same reason for their belief, and their belief is totally different from yours. And I'm wondering what that says about feelings as a reliable way of determining whether or not something is true.
It's for me, the feelings, and I know a lot of other people that believe the same thing. If whatever you believe in or subscribe to helps you become a better person, then I won't try and dictate what you should believe in or what you shouldn't. So if I was trying to put a label of saying like everyone else's beliefs are wrong because mine are right based on my feeling, that would be wrong, and someone could turn around and say, well, your beliefs are wrong because of the feeling I have.
Okay.
So it's kind of just like, why knock everyone else down to like try and bring yourself up when we can all bring each other up, like together.
Okay. I'll make this my last question.
Yeah.
Is there a way to test the reliability of feelings as a method? And to give you an example of what I'm talking about, let's say we have like, let's say way back in the day when someone first invented a thermometer, and they said, this thermometer I've invented is a reliable way of determining the temperature. Well, okay, let's put it to the test. Let's see how reliable it is. And come to find out, after 100, 1,000, 10,000 trials, okay, it seems to be pretty reliable. I know when to put on a hat and gloves when I'm going outside.
Yeah.
I know when to wear summer shorts.
Yeah.
It's pretty reliable, and we had a way of determining that. Is there similarly a way to determine the reliability of this? The sun's glaring. I'm just going to put my back to it. It messes up my lens.
Yeah, I got you.
Is there a way of determining the reliability, or not determining, of testing the reliability of this method of feelings to make sure that we're using a tool that reliably leads us to something that is true? Is there a way of testing this as a method?
I don't think you can like test a feeling. Like for your thermometer example, that has like physical evidence behind it. Like if it's hot out, the thermometer is going to go up. If it's cold out, the thermometer is going to go down. But for feelings, it's all people's own interpretation. It's their own feelings, like in and of themselves. So, and like, there's nothing physical attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't think there is a good way that like test out feelings. Like,
Okay.
If beliefs are true or not.
What if, and this is kind of related, I know that was supposed to be my last question,
yeah.
sorry. What if we gathered in a room, 100 people,
Mm-hmm.
and we say, we want you to determine whether or not X religion is true, and the only method you can use is feelings. How across the board reliable do you think the results, like how reliable do you think the results would be that we get? Do you think it would be just as good as a thermometer? Not quite, or?
I don't think it would be as reliable because each person's feelings is going to be different than the other person's sitting right next to
So if you ran a test like that, would you determine that feelings were reliable or not reliable?
I think I would determine the feelings were not reliable simply because everyone else would have a bunch of different feelings
Mm-hmm.
that would make the case that, well, they all have different feelings on the same thing, then it might not be like the most trustworthy feelings, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
yeah, no problem.
Thanks a lot for the chat.
no problem.
Yeah. Wish you well, man.